Both US national security and its national defense strategy mention India as a key partner. The relationship has grown, it seems to have become warmer. What do we see as the role for US in our own national security and strategy metrics?
You know, the United States is today one of our principal partners, any way you look at it. Politically, militarily, economically, people-to-people contact. So I cannot overstate the importance of this relationship. My sense of what has changed in the last few years is that the two countries are looking at the relationship and then examining and strategizing how it applies to a world in transformation, you know. So it is how they are actually using the relationship for a larger purpose. I think that is really what has changed. I mean, obviously they will look at it from their worldview and their perspective. We will do so from our own. But I would say this, that today, you know, as someone, I started working on the American account more than 40 years ago. I mean, sea change would be a gross understatement. I mean, today, I think the level of contact, the level of comfort, the openness, the ability to work together, I think this has really been quite remarkable. It's been quite a remarkable journey.
Do you think, I mean, you just mentioned this change with respect to the US. With the US in particular and with the West in general, our approach as a country, as a culture, has traditionally been one of distrust. Is that changing?
There are actually historical reasons for that. And we both know it. But it's important as we get bigger and go up in the world, we also strategize. Even on likes and dislikes and trust and distrust, you must strategize. Okay? I put it to you that a lot of the big changes in the world, especially in Asia, if you look at the rise of Japan, at the rise of China, of Korea, of ASEAN, even some of the European countries which staged a comeback after the Second World War, they did so in partnership with the West. Okay, so choices are never absolute. Okay, choices are historical, comparative. Choices are sometimes also calculative. I would say, to my mind, if I take the West as an entity, there are obviously some areas where we would not think similarly. There would be many areas where we would. The fact that we are a democratic society, with a pluralistic ethos, the fact that we are a market economy, I think these are all characteristics which bring us closer to the West. But I would, at the end of the day, make an interest calculation that I believe today that India's interests are served well by working closely with Western countries. I think that sense today, even that calculation today is reciprocated by the West. When I look, not just you mentioned the American relationship, but I look at our relationship with the EU, I look at the relationship with UK, so with Australia, if you can count Japan as part of the West. I think there is also a transformation with the collective West, and I believe that's very much in our interest as well.